Hello everyone, and welcome to today's presentation on how to become ITAR compliant. My name is Carl Johnson, and I'm an ITAR and CMMC consultant with Cleared Systems. ITAR compliance requirements. The International Traffic in Arms Regulation, or ITAR, is a set of regulations implemented by the United States Department of State to control the export of defense-related articles, services, and technology. ITAR compliance is a complex and demanding process, but is essential for companies that are involved in the export of defense-related items and services. ITAR registration requirements. The first step in becoming ITAR compliant is to register with the Department of State's Directorate of Defense Trade Controls. This is also called DDTC. The DDTC is responsible for enforcing ITAR regulations, and all companies that are involved in the export of defense-related items and services must register with the DDTC. The registration process is straightforward, but is important to ensure that all required information is provided accurately and completely. ITAR licensing requirements. Once your company is registered with the DDTC, the next step is to obtain the appropriate ITAR license for each item or service that you are exporting. There are several types of ITAR licenses, including temporary export licenses and permit export licenses, along with licenses for technical assistance and defense services. The licensing process is also straightforward, but it is important to ensure that all required information is provided accurately and completely. ITAR record keeping and reporting requirements. In addition to registration and licensing, companies that are subject to ITAR must also maintain accurate records and submit regular reports to DDTC. The records and reports must include detailed information about the items or services that are exported, as well as the end use of these items and services. Maintaining accurate records and submitting regular reports is essential for demonstrating ITAR compliance and avoiding penalties for non-compliance. ITAR end-use restrictions and compliance. ITAR also imposes end-use restrictions that companies must abide by when exporting defense-related items and services. End-use restrictions prohibit the export of defense-related items and services to certain countries, individuals, entities that are considered to be a risk to United States national security or foreign policy interests. Companies must ensure that they are in compliance with end-use restrictions by verifying the end use of each item or service that is exported and obtaining the necessary licenses and authorization. ITAR compliance program for manufacturers. The final step in becoming ITAR compliant is to implement a comprehensive ITAR compliance program. A compliance program should include policies and procedures that address all aspects of ITAR compliance, including registration, licensing, record keeping, reporting, and end-use restrictions. The program should also include training, education for employees, as well as ongoing monitoring and risk assessment to ensure continued compliance. Thank you for joining us today for this presentation on how to become ITAR compliant. If you have any questions or would like more information on ITAR compliance, please feel free to contact us.